This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
This is DG Chichester, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Why did you say that name? Find out! Listen till the end!
That's right, everyone. And we're back with more Daredevil. I wonder if we're ready for the majority of these issues. Anyway, yes, welcome back to Comic Capers, episode 95. Right, 100.
Damn, we're getting there.
100's coming in January. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, she who dwells in eternal darkness.
Doesn't it live without fear? Definitely it's Lilith Hellfire. Y'all should fear me, not the other way around. I'm one election away from being a villain, guys. One more announcement away.
She's not locked in here with you. You're all locked in here with her. Anyway, yes, so we're back to talk more Daredevil. Well, the arc right after, the arc or two after the last one we just did, Daredevil 291 through 296.
Remember when runs were short?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Remember when they were concise and to the point?
Definitely, but no, because even
masterfully crafted.
In and out real quick.
Hey-oh.
Hey-oh.
Rematch!
Oh, yes. Because, yes, the issue 291 from April 1991 is, the last Ann Nocenti issue.
You did a good job, kiddo. You did a good job.
Talking to me or Ann?
Ann, of course.
But it's a rematch between Daredevil and Bullet because before he left New York, Daredevil had a few encounters with Bullet, but the last one, Typhoid, had put together a little crew to mess up Daredevil, and Bullet was in there. Ooh,
I guess they couldn't get the Marlboro sponsorship, by the way. I see Bullbro.
Okay, maybe you don't want to, maybe they're like, are they ever going to advertise with us? Nah, they weren't advertising.
They knew who their market was. It's not kids. It's never been kids.
Yes, because in all the news that fits this story, it starts with Ben doing a story on or wants to do a story on
Eurek!
The stock car races. Yeah, the cigarette one blows up. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, remember when NASCAR was sponsored by like Budweiser, not Sprint or whatever?
Yeah,
I remember those days.
Oh, did you see the car in front of the one that blows up? It's Marvel.
Exactly. They wish they had the money to sponsor a stock car back then. They wish.
Well, yeah, because Ben's like, the cigarette companies can't advertise on TV anymore, but they found a loophole. They put their names on the race
exactly. Cars. Now it's all Home Depot and Tide detergent.
I just love how he's like walking by a payphone, kids. He's like, there must be someone out there.
What's he gonna do? Run into Superman?
must have. He's like, there's somebody I probably have to call, right? So it's probably, okay, let me get my calls in for the day before I get back to the office.
Ew, could you imagine? Like, I'm so glad the payphones are disgusting. Hashtag fight me. I'm glad that we've moved away from that.
You mean the public toilets of their day?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad the rich didn't keep cell phones for themselves. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I mean, they might have, but I think the company saw how much money there was in it, especially like Apple. But yeah, so Ben's calling this guy
that protest highway. Oh my god!
Contractor.
I can't think about protests on the highway.
Yeah.
This is hitting too close to home in 2020.
Yeah, he's gonna get this map from this contractor. Yes. The highway's going to chop through a lot of homes, but...
I'm sorry, Mr. York. This map is no longer available. Kids don't even know what dial tones are, do they?
No. Because the contractor's been convinced by Bullet.
Rabbit ears around that convinced.
That's right.
Physical coercion, as we can clearly see in the next panel.
You know, convinced.
He even apologizes about getting rough, and I'm just like, I don't believe you for some reason, but...
I'm just a working stiff, just like you. Man, is that like a lead pipe or something he beat him with?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
I was like, who's compensating? Because I was just like, well, look how big it is.
Look how big it is. Look how big it is.
He even tells him to get himself washed up. I'm just like, wow. I don't know what's going on.
It's almost like I want to say a rape, but he's like, yeah, go clean yourself up, see?
I don't know what's going on.
Meanwhile, in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, yes. I'd love, and again, modern comics, you know, we'd have to like do like an issue or two summary and deal with everything that happened. Ann just has Daredevil standing on a rooftop.
She's like, either you read it or you didn't. Moving on.
It's just, you know, a couple quick thought bubbles, and it's like, okay, I'm going to think about this once and shove it in the past and never deal with it. Okay,
like real men.
This isn't why Matt has nervous breakdowns all the time. No.
Like every 50 issues, yeah. I think that's the timing nowadays.
I know. I left the city, went to hell, probably and back, probably to forget about what happened. The trauma made me lose my mind for a while, but now it's back, and I feel stronger than ever.
You're still dressing up in a red spandex costume, sir. So I have questions. If you think that fixed that, I have questions.
Yes, but I'm shaving again and using a toilet. Come on, I'm batting 1,000.
But first, I have a little fun. Let's go beat up the hoodlums. Okay, Bruce, calm down.
Ah! Hey, some people get their jollies a certain way. Oh, come on, Lilith. Like you haven't enjoyed beating a man.
You know, a bar brawl is fine every now and then. At least alcohol's involved. Plausible deniability.
Batman.
He doesn't even drink. I don't even know why I like Batman anymore. The older I get, he's like, he doesn't drink. He broods. He doesn't spread his wealth. If Bruce Wayne's not careful, Gotham might actually eat the rich because they're that crazy there. Just saying. Oh no, not a little black kid. Oh no.
Yeah, he throws a tomato at Daredevil. Who catches it? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. He looks mad. I mean, if this had been Bullseye...
Boy, that was dumb.
I mean, especially... what if this had still been Bullseye?
Right?
He would have killed the kid with the tomato. Yeah, he's running away. Boy, that was dumb. But then he's like, I think I lost
Not
him.
so fast, you!
Grabs him. Yikes, where'd you come from? Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I don't want to hurt you. But the papers, everyone says you turned killer. You don't protect us no more. I used to love you, Daredevil. I thought you were the greatest. Why'd you turn bad? It
wasn't me. And it's true in Shaggy voice. It wasn't me.
Someone stole my costume and went on a rampage.
Likely story. I mean, it happens to every superhero, but likely story. We totally don't believe you.
I know. Wait, listen to me. That wasn't me. He's like thinking, yeah, the streets no longer trust me. Bullseye did more damage. Daredevil still got to win back his good name, or I might as well throw this suit away.
I mean, won't be the first time, won't be the last time that you throw the suit away, so.
Yeah. Oh, my lord. And then this kid. This is
Daredevil no more forever. Again.
In the trash can. But then Bullet's son. Jeez. This kid was like this before, too. You know, he's all worried about war and stuff. And
he was what the kids call a prepper.
And again, it's just like, you know, boy, that was just the Persian Gulf War. Come on.
Yeah, that really wasn't nothing.
Comparatively. I remember in school we were talking about it. It's like, yeah, I mean, the minute the U.S. troops...
Ooh, you get to watch it in green night vision on CNN.
I know that, you know, the minute the troops roll with guns, they were like, yeah, we surrender.
It's like, yeah, we're just protecting the oil field. Let's just be honest here.
Saddam don't pay us enough. Okay. But, oh, look, yeah, he's got a little girlfriend over. He offers a canned food and freeze-dried ice cream. You gotta learn to eat in a post-nuke world. We could be trapped here for months.
The effects of the post-Cold War. Yeah. Okay, I'll allow it.
And then I guess Bullet's calling his ex-wife. He's like, you're supposed to pick him up. It's your week.
He's your son!
she getting ready for a hot date or something.
Heck yeah, look at that red lipstick.
What's that mean, though?
I'm not allowed to say this is family friendly. I'm not allowed to
Nobody tell Rob.
If it was a Deadpool podcast, I'd say it, but...
Okay, we'll let you go.
Suck.
So yeah, so she hangs up. And
That's at Nightwing PDP?
So yeah, so Bullet's all mad at his wife. I'm trying to remember. I don't think we ever did get Bullet's real name.
Really?
I don't think. Because after Ann Nocenti left, I mean, he might have showed up once or twice, but yeah, he showed up once or twice, but yeah, I don't think we really got into him. Because I'm trying to remember, this might be the last time we see the kid, even.
Thank God. You know, no offense. Marvel kids are annoying. Yes, even you, Franklin. Maybe you most of all, sir.
Well, this kid has an excuse. Because I think like Bullet just like leaves the kid alone in the apartment for like days at a time. It's just like
he was a latchkey kid, you know, total '90s thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Me and Lilith were there. Yep.
What's this picture?
What?
Don't answer that. And that chicken better be defrosted when I get home.
And if it was snowing, shovel the driveway before I get home.
Yikes!
I mean, it was a small driveway.
I can't relate.
Lilith is like, snow? Ew. Caring about weather that I don't give a crap about?
My sweet summer child. Exactly.
But yeah, Bullet gets all mad and throws the girl out. But then he apologizes to his son.
Just breaking up his son's fun, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Dad, I thought you wanted me to be a man one day.
Exactly.
Come here, son. I'll never do it again, even though you always blow up at him. Oh, Lord.
Oh, well, you know, he's treating him like a redheaded stepchild because he's halfway there.
Exactly. Oh, my Lord. But then we see Foggy. He saved the trunk of Matt's stuff. He says from the...
I'll wait for you. Now, if you don't ship Matt and Foggy, I'm sorry. You just don't have a heart. If you can't see it, something's wrong with you. You're blind.
But...
Suck it, Conan.
Oh!
Suck it, Conan. He's like, I'll wait for you. Look at him, like, treasuring their moments together.
Looking at pictures of Matt's ex-girlfriends.
It's like, I got rid of you. That's the plot twist that we'll see in probably like 5 years.
Well, I love he's like, I saved... Yeah, he supposedly saved the trunk of Matt's stuff from the fire. Fire? The house blew up, dude.
For insurance purposes. Fire. They're well, Foggy's a good lawyer. So for insurance purposes.
Yeah. So was that a fireproof trunk?
Could be.
Yeah, they found
it's Marvel.
They found this. They found a gym at the underneath your house. It's like, why would a blind guy need a gym? Well, no, with like gymnastic equipment.
It was there when I moved in.
I guess. So Foggy's pining for Matt, and then back to the Bugle. What is this? A Spider-Man?
Exactly.
An
office of a 1J Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, he's telling Ben the tobacco story's great. What about the highway map? That's a problem. I called to pick it up, and suddenly, bunny ears, the builder refuses to give it up. Jonah, typical. That means some developer wants to buy the land first before anyone knows about the highway. Land that overnight will be worth millions.
Millions, I tell you.
So yeah, Jonah tells him to find the map. Now I'm determined to print it. He's like, I'm ashamed I wrote down at Jonah. He's a good man. Hold that thought.
Put that feather in your cap.
He wants to sell papers, but he also knows what's important, the truth. How could I have thought he'd censor my tobacco story?
I mean, it's kind of weird because Jonah does smoke cigars, so
exactly. Well,
maybe that wasn't tobacco. I don't know.
Oh, and Ben's sitting there smoking a cigarette. But yeah, so he's trying to figure out how to get that map, and Matt comes in the window. Smoking's got your senses so dulled, you're like a deaf and blind man, Ben.
Burn. I mean, it's really a smell and a taste thing than being blind and deaf, but you know,
Yeah.
you need all your senses to be firing.
Well, Matt doesn't, you know.
It's me, the real Daredevil.
Just mildly manic.
Well, at least he knows. But is he going to get help? That's the real question.
I know. Yeah, because Ben was all worried. It was Bullseye. Listen, Ben, thanks for standing up for me. You're the only one writing good pieces about me. Every other journalist, including your boss, called for a lynching. And he tells Ben he owes him, and he's like, hey, that's a dangerous thing to say to a journalist. What about, I got a corrupt builder, a greedy developer, and a missing map that can fix the whole thing.
You got it, dude.
Got it, pal. Oh, my lord. And then, oh, look, once again, the Kingpin's trying to get legitimate, so...
Legitimate business corporate headquarters.
He's trying to play. So he's trying to learn some golf here. But yeah, they got a membership in the Skull and Bones Club. What's that? Sounds like
that's not how that works. Honestly, if you know, that's not how that works. I mean, think about it. I mean, come on. Would you really let George Bush in if it wasn't about something other than money? Just saying.
Yeah, well, I think that family was there probably in there for years.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh no, it's the most exclusive club out of Yale. Members have gone on to be CIA chiefs, even presidents. Many of the most important men in this country are members. Oh,
you ain't it, buddy. They would not let you in. So this is the least believable thing in a comic book I've ever read.
I know. And then,
as a conspiracy theorist, this is the least credible thing I've ever seen in a comic book.
And of course, he's behind the whole bullet map thing.
Of course.
And then, oh no, he wants some kind of big public work, a park, a new zoo for children. I don't care as long as they...
A statue made in my honor.
I don't
That's
care.
gonna be a lot of granite, homie.
Oh! Burn. I don't care as long
I don't know if that's gonna be stable, able to stabilize itself.
I don't care as long as the name Fisk is associated with some great gift to the people. Our new image of generosity and benevolence.
Not look at like 18 sacks of potatoes piled together. No, sir.
And then he's starting his own television station and newspapers. So
Who is he? Rupert Murdoch?
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, he's looking at
Whoops.
he's looking at logos, building himself an empire.
Why did your eye drift over to my box?
As you do.
I wonder how much.
What's the line? Money, power, respect, and then boop.
Whoa! Well, here's the line. I wonder how much money we should be putting into this. Is media really all that powerful?
Yeah. Who's gonna tell him? Like, he should have got smacked out the window for that comment.
Do we really have to own the media? It's in fashion for all the
the tyrants.
Oh yes.
How about new?
Somebody tell him. Meanwhile, let's cut to good old Maddie.
Oh yeah, again, modern storytelling. Would have been another issue or two. Match is tracking Bullet down, but we're already on.
We're ready to kick some butt.
We're already on page 19. Yeah, he's like, I've already been to the office. Yeah, I smelled Bullet all over it. Yeah.
Ew, that's his scent. That's probably honestly the worst part of being Daredevil.
Seriously, yeah, I know.
Because Bullet doesn't smell like sunshine and roses.
Oh my lord, and just imagine. I mean, not to get too gross, but it's just like whenever you smell someone's bad fart. Imagine if you're
amplified by 1,000.
Yeah, your sense of smell was that amped up. Oh my god.
I love how he's like, I thought you were dead. Rumors of my death have been greatly. I was waiting for him to say that. He's just like, not quite.
Yeah, because he leaps on. Yeah, because Matt's sleeping over rooftops and he finds him. He just comes down and like drop kicks him in the face and punches him.
Living the dream, Daredevil. Living the dream.
I love how like a guy goes missing for months and all of a sudden everyone just thinks he's dead. Well, I mean, it's superhero.
Well,
I guess so.
I mean, it's New York. Anything could happen.
I know, but don't you think someone would have like came forward with the body just to claim the reward or something?
I mean, it's floating in the East River. It's floating in the East River.
Oh,
you know?
In a cab. I love Bullet. What do you want? A map. A map you got's gonna cheat a lot of people out of a lot of money. Give it to me the easy way, or I'll take it the hard way. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my lord! I don't know how.
Subtext alert.
I don't know how closely you're paying attention to me and Ray's talk, but there's at least 2 good drops in there.
Oh no! I heard them both, sir.
Okay. I love it. I think this is the second one he looks up. He's like, that was a drop, wasn't it? I was like, oh.
Yeah, I started laughing. And then you just go, I got it, little. Don't worry. Poor Ray.
Hey, I told him I'm going to put some of his ads in between our segments for Ultimate Spider-Cast 100, so not like he's not well compensated for his pain and suffering. But of course, Daredevil wants to improve his image. Of course, everyone sees him fighting. Look, it's a fight.
Oh, could you imagine? Like, you have this terrible, your name is Mud, and you're getting into a fight, and Bullet doesn't look like a supervillain. He just looks like an everyday schmo. So, it's terrible.
The papers say Daredevil's gone bad. He looks pretty heroic to me, because he's beating on that fat man.
I'm never buying a newspaper again. I was like, hashtag 2020 vibes.
Just coincidentally, unless it's like the same neighborhood that's that black kid. He said he wanted a map that's going to cheat people. I love, Matt just like kicks Bullet into like the side of a car. He's
just laying there.
I know, Bullet's all out of shape. I guess he's all, you've gotten faster, Daredevil. You've gotten fatter.
No fat shaming. Leave our ample Americans alone.
So I don't know if Bullet's just been, hasn't been keeping up since Matt left, but yeah, Matt's in shape. He's on the Mephisto.
Even without the gymnasium underneath his home.
Hey man, that Mephisto workout plan, look, it's done wonders for Aunt May.
Uncle Ben's trying to keep her alive and out of hell for as long as possible.
I don't get it. The paper's called Daredevil, a psychotic killer. Surprise, surprise. The newspapers lied as usual. What else is new? Oh my lord, 1991, and the crowd's already chanting fake news.
As they should have been.
I know.
I wish more people had that kind of common sense in 2020. That's all I'll say about that.
And again, this kid's not afraid. Once Daredevil knocks out.
Well, when you grew up in New York, you play stickball in the street, and especially in the Marvel universe. Think about it. You're pretty,
Yes, yeah, because after Daredevil knocks out Bullet, the kid just pulls the map out of his pocket.
So here you go, Mister.
Here's the map. He's like, sorry about the street. Sorry about before. The street just had you wrong for a while. No problem. Just spread the word, okay?
Welcome back, Daredevil. Welcome back.
And again, this, classic storytelling versus modern. I mean, we never find out this kid's name. We never find out his backstory. If this was like a Bendis story, we would have seen.
This would be like three issues.
We would have spent like 2 to 3 issues just on the kid's home life and stuff. And what's he do in school? I'm sorry, but
Bendis.
We really should stop pooping on Bendis once he leaves Superman officially.
I know. That's my white whale. I want Bendis for Capes 200.
We're gonna have to scrub the internet.
You'll stand up for it.
It's not that we're upset. We're just disappointed because we know he could do so much better. That's what it is. Because we are truly fans of Bendis and some of Bendis' stuff.
Good and bad. He is one of the architects of modern comic book storytelling.
I like dialogue, but not that much dialogue.
What dialogue? What are you talking about? I don't know. What dialogue are you talking about?
What did she say? What did he say? Well, she said that you said that we know that you know that I know.
All right. Yeah. Gotta scrub this episode. But yeah,
snap! And I was like, it was Fisk over here getting his Thanos on.
Bullet wakes up. You won fair. Maybe I even deserve that. We're even now. Next time, I won't pull my punches. Daredevil. Yeah, right. Oh, but now, look, Kingpin's all mad because he didn't get the map.
Yeah. Throwing a tantrum like a little baby.
Breaking his golf club. What? Call the publisher. Oh, because this guy tells him the Buell has it. Call the publisher. Get that map out. I call him.
He said something about having limits in ethics? I can't relate, but if you say so.
What's going on? First an ethical builder, now an ethical publisher? Bah!
The 90s.
That's it. I can't rely on anyone anymore. They're all losing their minds. I'll build my own media.
I'll build my own media company.
I mean, you could say eventually.
This is Rupert Murdoch.
I mean, you could say... No, it's Trump, because, I mean, you could say eventually Fisk, gets somewhat successful, because he's the mayor of New York right now.
Listen, Trump wishes he had the successes of frickin' Wilson Fisk. I mean, let's be honest. To be president of the United States post-2004, it's not saying much. That bar was lowered.
Hey, you think it was easy for Obama? No?
It was was lowered. That's all that I'm saying. They were like, yeah, give it to the black guy. Let's try something different. We've been doing this for 200 plus years. Let's try something different.
I was going to say, we'll have to have a discussion one day with Charlie or something. I was going to say, Lilith, how did you feel that, the country was like, who do we want first?
If we're going to elect
who do we want first?
billionaire-
A black man or any woman?
Well, definitely not Hillary. Definitely not.
Oh, yeah, no, they didn't want Hillary.
Nobody wanted her. Anyway, including her husband. Moving on.
Oh! Speaking of the
Hashtag fight me. I don't care.
Speaking of the 90s.
Exactly.
But yes, I'm going to build my own company. It will dwarf all others.
We'll make it gold. We'll make it big.
What sells newspapers? Crime, tragedy, violence. Then we'll just have to start a war. Jeez.
Ooh. He's not lying, though. News does manipulate you, especially the local news. It's like, this is in your grocery store. It could kill you. Find out at 10.
I know where I love those.
I'm going to the grocery store now.
Yeah, I love those ones. It's like, what's hazard? What in your home is hazardous in your health? Tune in Friday. It's like, it's like Tuesday.
It's Wednesday. Yeah. That definitely kind of took off in the 90s for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but there's Jonah in his office. Sometimes you can't let yourself be bullied, even if they do threaten to break your legs. I can almost hear the Kingpin screaming. And then but Jonah gets a call. Then he's like, yeah.
Advertisers are getting too powerful. Oh, they wish in 2020. They wish.
Yes, I cut the picture. Yes, I cut that part. This is economic censorship. I don't care how big Bullborough's account is. Yeah, Ben sees that. He's not too happy. He's like, the story, it's mutilated. You cut out the picture. Cut out the whole point. You said you understood. Now it's just racing news. Ben, we had to cut it. We printed that map, and it was bigger than we thought. Space, Ben. We needed the space. So then the story ends with Matt and Foggy reuniting.
And it feels so good.
Hey, did you save me some of them fries?
Look at his face when he's like, Matt?
Well, yeah.
So sweet.
Before it was like Matt, when Foggy went to work at the Kingpin, he just felt, he knew Matt was disappointed. But actually see Matt come back.
He wasn't upset. He was just disappointed.
I reunited.
Exactly. I was like, oh, see, end on a happy note. You don't have to end on an outrageous, titillating, salacious ending. Sometimes you can just end on a simple, happy note. Exactly. It's not a crime.
And it's Ann Nocenti's last issue. It's like,
She broke them up and put them back together, which a lot of modern comics writers don't do anymore.
Yes.
Or they don't get the chance to be honest, if we're going to be honest, a lot of the times.
And no letters page, just an ad for a naked Wolverine.
As you do, it is the 90s.
Weapon X. For this Marvel. They need to start reprinting some of those Marvel Comics Presents. I want to read all those.
They haven't yet?
No, I think when Ray and I were talking to Terry Cavanaugh, because I think he was he the editor over there? I think it's just with so many different writers and just there would be too much paperwork and, probably have to pay out so many people, which is like...
Oh, that sucks. I get it. It's a business, but that sucks.
Yeah, I think that's the only arc they ever reprinted from that was that Wolverine Weapon X one. All right, so on to 292 and the beginning of DG Chichester's run.
The battle with the Punisher.
Lilith's favorite when he's
competent. Nice little Double Dragon.
Double Dragon 3.
Yeah, wow.
The Sacred Stones.
That's what she said. Oh yeah, we get a guy with his shirt off. Oh. First panel. Second panel, but yeah.
I love this. Oh yeah, because look, he's training, he's showing Taskmaster some stuff.
That's the last thing you want to do the terrible idea, honestly.
I love this. You want to learn to start paying attention. It took me 10 years to learn these techniques. And
the Chinese call it chi. The Japanese call it kai? No, that can't be right.
I love Taskmaster. Oh, that's too bad. It took me 10 minutes to learn all your stuff.
Burn!
Oh, my lord. And then we see a business meeting break up, and one of these guys gets killed by... Oh, look, it's Ray's favorite, Tombstone.
Tombstone!
I don't like being toyed with. Funny. I thought you'd like that, seeing as how you're good at it. No. But he basically takes this guy to death in a coat check room. Because then look, kills him, and then Lois and Clark can't get their coats.
Yeah, I was right. It's Key.
What?
My Japanese is rusty, but it's Key. I was right.
So look, Taskmaster, Tombstone.
Oh, snap. We're going to have a hell of a time this issue.
That's right. Oh, right. Hey, like I told you, I have that clips from our D.G. Chichester interview. Here's like 37 seconds of his thoughts on Tombstone. A reoccurring villain that kept popping up early on, which I think certain writers either don't get this guy or just make him the butt of the joke sometimes. Tombstone.
Yeah, Tombstone was fun. Tombstone was badass. I mean, he was trouble and weird, and we tried to give him some motivations to what he was doing, as opposed to just this alabaster hitman. So he had a lot of great qualities, and I re-recognized that going back and reading some of the work there and seeing what I was able to do with him.
So, quick thought.
Every time I see Taskmaster, I just go Marvel Skeletor.
Oh!
Every time! But he's more badass than Skeletor. Like I said, I'm glad that he's finally making his debut in the MCU. I'm kind of sad that it's in the Black Widow movie, the way that it's going right now.
Well, eventually, maybe he'll branch out to other movies. If he survives.
Deadpool.
If he survives that movie. Oh, yeah, I want to see him in Deadpool, man. Then we see Daredevil tracking down I guess a source. Yeah, because this
Mr. Chin.
Yeah, that's who Tombstone killed, Mr. Chin. Wasn't that the Kingpin's nickname?
For my software? Oh God. Ugh. 90s software?
Ah!
Unless it was Age of Empires.
So yeah,
PC gamer from way back.
I love how Tombstone kills that guy, and then just like he's keeping a little tally in a notebook.
He's not as hardcore about it as as Deadshot.
Or
he's not going to tattoo himself.
Or Zaz.
Or even Zazzles.
Yeah. Oh my God! But yeah, he's a fancy man with a little notebook. Like I said, Lois and Clark can't get their coat now. But yeah, then Daredevil's tracking down. Remember this guy? I guess one of Daredevil's snitches.
One of his Sphinx, his stool pigeons.
I guess the guy that was on the talk, he's like shooting into the air. But I love this how he's explaining how his with his radar sense he's tracking all the bullets and stuff. It's a risky maneuver, but then I didn't get my nickname just anywhere. He swings down.
My hypersenses. They're coming alive around me.
I love this guy. Thinks he's going to knock out Daredevil. There were other options, Cass. You're the one who took this one.
Pizza delivery.
And remember
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Ah! And remember this scene, because we'll keep coming back up. Yeah, the Daredevil has him tied to a water tower and just basically gives him the old Chinese water torture. Because he's asking about the killings. One of them was your pal, Ernie Saltz, because that's the guy Taskmaster killed. He spent a lot of time teaching shady characters antisocial chop suey stuff.
Oh, hold on. I need a break. I need a commercial break real quick. Score, you are not the official baseball card of the 90s. Stop it. Stop your lies. Moving on.
The Mickey Mantle of baseball cards, it says.
Those are some claims, sir. Those are some claims.
I know. So yeah, this guy doesn't want to talk. So yeah, like I said, Daredevil just like breaks the tower and now gives him the old Chinese water torture. Boop. One drop at a time. Nice night, isn't it, Mad Dog?
Here's the answer, Hornhead.
Oh Lord! And back to the Kingpin. The Kingpin.
But why?
The Kingpin, Typhoid, and remember Colonel Strand. He's not all he appears to be. He may look like Colonel Sanders, but
I say.
You would. I say you would. But yes, he's going to invest in the Kingpin's legitimate stuff. I told him Wilson Fisk was first and foremost a legitimate businessman offering us a ground floor opportunity.
A legitimate businessman?
Sure. He's kissing that butt. I'll wire over the money. Good day, sir. I love how typhoid.
I said good day, sir.
And it's like Kingpin, like getting, he wants typhoid's advice on business stuff.
No, he's just trying to make her feel special,
Strang is an idiot. How are we supposed to build a media empire with a backwoods bozo holding us back? We don't need Strang. He only has money.
You always build your empire in the back of Southern bozos. I'm just saying, historically speaking, that's how you do it.
Basically telling her how they're going to exploit the guy, and just like, now, that concludes the day's business. Can we get on with the night's pleasures?
Told you. I told you.
No, my dear. You said you could take dictation, right?
That's at Nightwing PDP.
Oh, then we see Colonel Strang in his limo. That's right. You can wire him through any old time. And when you do, make sure our people are there to follow them so we can seize control of the fat man's accounts from within.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you. What you think's gonna go down is not how that's gonna go down.
Hell. That's at Lilith Hellfire. Yeah. Yes, that's going to culminate in our next Comic Capers. But yeah, so then we see Daredevil back to tower. The Cass is like, yeah, all right, I'll tell you, just make it stop. I don't know nothing. Last guy I know, all I know is the last guy I put on the salts was it was Taskmaster, man. Dude who picks up whatever he sees and it tastes like a son of a gun.
Thank you for that recap.
I know.
Random exposition is random, but appreciated.
He's like, I thought you just wanted Bruce Lee lessons. I didn't know he's going to kill him. I didn't know nothing. Cass, there's still time to keep that from being your epitaph. You're going to let me down, aren't you? As Daredevil unties him. Repent ye sinners and all that. Just something to think about. Oh my lord, I love this guy. Never go near water again. Stay clean, mad dog, so to speak.
Wrights Laundry. Who do you think that's a reference to?
Oh. Was that artist Greg Wright? But then later we see Matt and Foggy working on, I guess they appeal to get Matt's law license back. Which they went a while without that. I mean, from Born Again till now, he didn't get his license back till like 300. So it was like,
did he even deserve it? To be honest,
he could do more good.
He's a terrible lawyer.
He could do more good that way, Lilith Hellfire.
Foggy can do more good that way. I don't know about him.
Yeah, but what else?
He should be like the paralegal, if anything.
Oh,
come on!
Got the legs for it. Foggy, what's
Oh my God! The help me save Mary Jane. No, I'm getting terrible flashbacks.
Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, the phone thing. Yeah. So yeah, Matt's thinking about the whole Daredevil thing while they're talking about the law stuff. Oh Lord! But then we see Tombstone meet up with Taskmaster. Hard as marble, cold as ice, catchy Tombstone, very catchy. But not what I hear. Rumor has it there was a not so little blow up tore you and your rep up some. What are you now? Hard as ice cream, cold as
burn.
I know, man.
Burn. But never fear, because you know who's gonna come crashing in.
Oh yeah, because Tombstone telling me I got 36 confirmed hits, all the who's and hows in this notebook. And Tombstone's like, I remember them all.
That's pretty ballsy to put it in a book, to put it in writing. That's not smart. But,
I guess,
okay.
He doesn't have a good memory, but yeah, Taskmaster's like, I remember everyone. I can show them the way I killed all of them.
Meanwhile, while they're both distracted,
he puts that sword in Tombstone's face. They said hands off each other, and you better thank God I want to win this thing enough to play by their rules.
They? Who's they?
Watching from above. There's no question how ruthless and vicious these two can be. So Daredevil's up in the rafters, and then he's like, wait, I heard something up above. Metal grinding.
Ba 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 boom! Frank Castle in his house!
And I believe that person on the roof is miscolored in that fourth panel on page 22.
They can't all be perfect all the time, buddy.
Yes, neither will I. So yeah, I guess who comes crashing through the window, guns blazing? Some self-appointed judge, jury, and executioner. Frank comes. Yep, Frank Castle, the Punisher. All right, so here we go. Little
You're not solving anything here, Punisher. Now scram!
I know. Daredevil's like tackling him. Because Tombstone's just going on about the contest. They're not part of the contest.
I love how it's like, you're lucky you only get this end. And I'm like,
oh, yeah, actually. Yeah.
Go on.
Basically, yeah, pistol whips him with the back of an Uzi. I got no time for your big picture whining. I win my war one enemy at a time.
Maybe you should look at the bigger picture. I don't know. Those are the best stories when you do. Just saying.
So then, yeah, Taskmaster, Tombstone, hijack a city bus.
Tokens or exact change? Excuse me, sir.
Oh, Lord.
New York bus drivers.
Oh, it's
they've seen it all.
It's bus drivers. Oh, yeah, bus drivers in any city. My dad was a bus driver. The stories. So, yeah, so they commandeer the bus. Frank and Daredevil jump on top. Basically, they were fighting on top until Taskmaster's bad driving. It's just Daredevil gets blown off the bus by the Punisher. And then Punisher comes through the roof of the bus. Tombstone. No, Taskmaster. What's that rep again, Tombstone? Or are you still sticking to the rules? Tell the judges this one's a freebie. He's choking the Punisher. And this issue...
See, this is the thing I think I like about this particular run. They make him look more human.
Yes.
in the close-ups. Mm-hmm. And a lot of artists don't do that. So I think that's why I kind of appreciate this one too. This part of the Tombstone situation.
Yeah, Lee Weeks. But yeah, the issue ends with Taskmaster pointing that bus and ready to run down Daredevil.
Murder by the numbers is the next issue. You're just like, he's not gonna. Well, if it had toxic waste and it was headed towards him, and then it took his powers away, maybe I could see that. But
all right, before we get to that next one, here's DG's thoughts on the Punisher. All right, Lilith, here's a question. You always say the Punisher's more competent when he's playing off another character. I mean, do you think in these Daredevil issues, the Punisher's competent?
Well, as competent as he can be, as he's probably allowed to be. There's probably some status quo that they have to abide by and stuff. But I do like him. Like I said, Punisher team up. It makes more sense than a Daredevil team up at this point.
Daredevil and Punisher teamed up, or Punisher teamed up with anybody?
I think she thinks the Punisher needs a team up, like Spider-Man used to have, just because she thinks the Punisher's written better when he's always playing off a different character, whether it's Daredevil or Spider-Man or whoever.
I would agree with that. I mean, when I used the Punisher, it was always with somebody, and because he has such a particular worldview, you get to explore that worldview in a contrast with somebody else, which is always a way to not have him necessarily doubt himself. He's a machine in certain ways, but you get to explore the themes differently without him just having to doubt himself within his own world. But I always found that a rich territory when I got a chance to team him up with a lot of folks.
When Punisher's written well, it's just so good. And when he's not, it hurts my heart.
Well, it's easy to fall back on just, he's a guy with a gun and a revenge trip, and you don't get to go anywhere with it.
Exactly. The show on Netflix did such a great job with the PTSD that a lot of veterans need to see so that they can get help and stuff like that. So it's just I'd like to see that more in the book,
Yeah, John Bernthal just personified that on so many different levels with that level of trauma. His body language, everything about that was unmistakably, the character.
So there's thoughts on the Punisher.
Bring back Bernthal!
Exactly. Disney, are you listening? Bring them back.
Oh, they're listening.
Oh, definitely. Wait, I said Disney, not CBR.
Burn! Ban those Twitter flame wars.
Burn it all down. Some podcasters just like to watch the world burn.
I'm one of them, but that doesn't mean I steal content.
What?
I love to watch the world burn, but that doesn't mean I like to steal content.
Oh! Burn! Alright, so Daredevil 293.
I like this cover a lot. Epic.
Just him standing
Too bad that 50 years of Captain America's in the corner.
Oh, I just have a barcode, yeah.
Lucky you.
But yeah, that would be a decent poster just with everything else taken off. Yeah.
I'm sure they have it.
Or they did, yeah. Just hit Daredevil standing over Punisher with a gun. So yeah, remember, Daredevil was about to be run over by a bus.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer. It's that time of year, guys. Hashtag deal with it.
Until Daredevil throws his billy club. Knocks the bus out of gear.
Now tell me Taskmaster doesn't look like Skeletor. Just go ahead, tell me.
I know, he comes flying out of that bus. Daredevil just like pins him to the ground because he's like, the trick is finding a movie camp mirror before he manages to turn the tables. Because Frank and Tombstone are still going at it in the bus.
And kids, this is why you wear your seatbelt.
Oh yeah, just look, he comes sailing out that window. Oh my lord. So yeah, while those two are fighting on the bus, Daredevil and Taskmaster in the street. I want to answer.
Bruh. Tombstone told him, he's like, your neck fit good in my hands, Punisher.
Whoa. Go ahead, throw it in.
Subtext alert. Don't worry about it.
Gimme. I'm thirsty for it, bro.
Tombstone's definitely thirsty for it.
Oh yeah. I want to answer this. Who's running this twisted game? Daredevil says the Taskmaster as he flips him off. I'm Game Red. I'm big on games. Now he's on top.
Then go play with your, hey now.
Whoa,
easy there. You're just a good Catholic boy from Hell's Kitchen, buddy. Take it easy.
I know. Go play with your... But yeah, he's just like hitting Taskmaster. I know this kind of thing really encourages Taskmaster. Hey, nice one, Red. Don't mind if I borrow it. Yeah, he can like using Daredevil's own moves against him. Oh, look, he sweeps the leg and then Taskmaster
sweeps the leg.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. Mercies for the weak. Come on, Red, you can admit it. I impress you too, don't I? Just a little.
Subtext alert.
No. I can keep this up all night. What do you say? Or then, yeah, Frank tackles Tombstone out of the bus. They land on the top of a cab.
Not that means squat to me.
I love this. Yeah, Daredevil sees that with his, quote unquote, with his radar, sees that cab coming. Just manipulates Taskmaster into, he's like, here, try this one. And he like flips into the street. Taskmaster, impressive, but useless. And he lets him get hit by that cab. Yeah.
Good old New York yellow cabs.
Going to extremes isn't usually my style, but something radical was needed to tip the scales in the balancing act between me and Taskmaster. Like a cab. Oh, hey, look, in June, Rocketeer's coming.
Oh, God. That's a good underrated movie, to be honest.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
Where's my jetpack, Bruce? Where's my jetpack?
We have to add that to our movie list.
Definitely. Back in the 90s when they weren't afraid to make crappy movies.
Or just do a one and done. Oh my lord, yeah. Tombstone and Taskmaster in the street. How can you eat? How can I let you involve us in this with these two? The contest is what's important. And the Punisher man pulls a gun. Pulls out a... don't you get a Punisher bullets then?
Frankie's got a gun, guys.
I love how Tombstone's like, your gun don't scare me, and Taskmaster, speak for yourself. All your kind takes is a bigger bullet, Tombstone. As for you, Taskmaster, I got your caliber right here.
He's got your caliber right here!
Oh!
Send in the clowns!
They big units.
But yeah, basically, Daredevil disarms Punisher and then asks the other... Oh! Daredevil picks up the gun. But then Punisher pulls a knife, throws it. Daredevil shoots it out of the air, but it still stabs Taskmaster in the stomach.
Ouchie.
And Tombstone runs away yelling, "You're out of the game, but I still got a chance to win." So him and Punisher.
This isn't over, Daredevil. In the shadows, just being a lurky little creep. Look at him.
Yeah. Daredevil's like trying to stop Taskmaster's bleeding until the ambulance gets there.
The warm red under my hands, I can taste it, cloying and coppery. Now bathe in the blood of your enemies. Come on, Daredevil. That taste is still in my mouth. Slipping away.
Oh, you know what I should have did when the Punisher's knife went into his stomach.
Cut you, bro.
Oh, but yeah, then we see the Kingpin again. The money's going through.
Power printed out as profit.
And Strang is sitting there with a figure in the shadows. The fat man's taking the bait. Excellent, Lieutenant.
Excellent.
Somebody who's tapping their monocle on the desk.
Monocle, you say?
Clue.
Feather in your cap.
Then I shall allow this so-called Kingpin of Crime media circus as long as it remains my hand that cracks the whip. And oh my lord, look at Matt sneaking in to see Taskmaster in Bellevue.
Told you, sexual attention.
Just
bro.
he comes in just like a bathroom and slippers.
He's like, Bellevue's the place for crazies. I'm like, well, you are there, so that tracks.
Yeah, because he plays up the whole blind man thing and basically knocks out Taskmaster's guard. And then he messes with his IV to wake him up. Is that you, Red, without a mask, just a pair of glasses on? This isn't a social call. You're going to talk about the murders. I love it. He's like, he's not going to say anything. You want Tombstone to win the contest? Hey, now you're playing nasty. Missed even one. We were out. Me, I was just in it for a good time, but Mr. Personality had something more going on. He's got a new girlfriend, Christine Harris, city commish.
Ooh. Taking her to the circus. Like I said, send in the clowns.
On the choo-choo? Think that's going to come about? Yeah, on the choo-choo?
Epic final panel.
So yeah, that's all he's going to say. So Daredevil lets him go back to sleep.
All right, go to sleep. Yanks his pain medicine out.
Oh my lord! Then we see Tombstone painting himself up all like a
clown.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the Joker movie.
Right? Like I said, send in the clown.
Because I guess did he kill?
Look, he's even got the guy on the.
Yeah, did he kill him, put him on the toilet, or did he kill him on the toilet? I don't know. Oh no, he gave him.
He probably pulled an Elvis.
I was gonna say he gave him the Elvis. He killed him on the toilet. But yes, the whole thing's gonna go down at Grand Central Station. Meanwhile, there's like a the Big Apple Circus is there. Oh my god, they got people doing trapeze act in middle of Grand Central.
Damn it! Now I want a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich. You mentioned Elvis.
Thank you very much. So yeah, Christine Harris is there speaking. Oh look, here comes Tombstone, all painted up like a clown with some pies.
Right in the face.
Because hypersensors are telling Daredevil, there's a fast acting epoxy in there. Hit her in the face, and she's gonna, won't be able to breathe.
One hell of a way to go out. Am I right, fellas? A pie right to the face.
Oh, that's at Lilith.
Nobody tell Rob.
That's at Lilith Hellfire.
Nobody tell Rob. I've only got one shot. That taste is still in my mouth.
Oh my lord, Master disguise again. Now Daredevil's dressed up like a homeless guy or something.
They call me Matches Malone. Wait a minute.
He's even carrying a bottle.
Batman.
Yes, right. But yes,
imagine just trying to have some fun at a circus and everybody ruins it for you.
Oh, yeah, and then Daredevil sees, oh look, what's that, a gun barrel sticking out of the ceiling?
Subtle, real subtle.
I mean, it's high enough up. So yeah, Daredevil gets on the trapeze and swings up there, grab Frank's barrel,
and I'm just like, bro, people on trapezes and spandex, in my experience in comic books, it doesn't end well. So be careful, son.
That's
be
right.
careful.
Could create a new hero or a new villain.
Exactly.
Diggity dank.
Nice.
So yeah, Daredevil swings up and pulls Punisher through the ceiling. But oh, wait, the trapeze had a net. We're all good. And as he's falling, Daredevil takes out Tombstone's pies with his billy club, and they hit Tombstone in the face.
Dick Grayson could never.
How dare you? How dare you? You know you're going to have to fight somebody.
Burn.
So after basically Daredevil's trying to take out the Punisher. Basically lets him walk away. We could have been allies in this war instead of enemies. Watch your back, Daredevil.
What's black and white and red all over? Daredevil and Punisher wrestling, obviously.
Poor Lilith Hellfire's fan fiction. But yeah, he says the Punisher takes off because he has more warrants than most of his enemies. But yeah,
well,
yeah, I know. Then Tombstone's been able to rip that stuff off his face. I could have belonged. I could have been somebody. He talked about salty tears. And then we end with the group who I guess Tombstone was wanted to be a part of was the Hand.
Sergeant Fingeroth question.
Oh yeah, because Tombstone must have escaped police custody already. Oh my god! Next page, it's already headlined: Tombstone escapes.
This Tombstone, this Taskmaster.
All right, so yeah, if you didn't know that was the Hand, issue 284, When Strikes the Hand. Get it? So yeah, this one opens up with I believe this is the leader of the Hand.
Leader of the pack.
But yeah, basically looking at this old, I guess it was a church, but now it's a nightclub. What would you be using the place for anyway? Acts of Unspeakable Darkness. Well, if you need a band.
Wait a minute, we've been here before. A church that turned into a nightclub.
Oh, there was
decommissioned.
I think they closed it down, but there was one in Pittsburgh for a while. It was very weird. I went there once. So they
Infernal Mysteries.
They sacrifice, I guess, this real estate guy or landlord, whatever he was.
Eat the rich. I approve.
Oh, this sacrifice is but a taste of the foul blackness we pledge in your tainted name. Because they serve the beast.
Man, they really didn't do Foggy no favors. Like, I don't like when they draw Foggy like this. I'm not gonna lie. Foggy deserves better than looking like some chubby Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, well, every time we see him, he's eating, so... You heard it here first, kid. Chubby Jimmy Olsen.
Fight me. I don't care.
How do you eat that stuff, Foggy? Your problem, Matt, is you spend too much time worrying about what's in it. The trick is learning to enjoy the experience.
Exactly. Should have never turned down fries, bro. That taste is still in my mouth.
Oh, but then they're walking down the street, and while Foggy's still talking about, I think get Matt's law license back. Yeah, Matt smells a familiar scent.
Ruh-roh.
Who?
That truck says DP Pharmacies, and I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah.
I was like, you're in broad daylight as a blind man using your cane to swing from. Okay.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't want to lose who he's tracking. Yeah, so he's like leaping over cars. Yeah, he uses his cane.
He's flipping his way downtown, guys.
Flipping my way downtown. So yeah, Royce even says once he gets where everyone's like, oh, look at that, and he's like, I want people to go away in New York. Just start ranting to yourself like a lunatic. Coming to your house later, gonna have to rob here. Then let me out.
Oh, when they were like, stop the exploitation, and I was just like, yeah, I agree. Stop milking the X-Men for every damn penny they're worth. I'm like, oh, they meant porn.
Lilith is like, I take umbrage at that.
Exactly.
Yes, because Karen Page is back. Yeah, her and this woman they're working for. Yeah, giving out all these pamphlets and stuff. Stop the exploitation. And then I love this guy. You talk big now. You used to pay your bills. I love how. What is this? Matt trips the guy, and then he thinks some other guy behind him did it. So Matt just like.
He starts to riot.
I mean, I know he wants to talk to Karen, but like he just like set up an innocent guy for a beating.
It's New York. He had it coming.
I just thought it always hit me. I was just always hit me. I was like,
Matt's kind of a jerk. It's fine. We knew this going in.
When it comes to women, nothing gets in his way.
Exactly.
Morals, ethics, nothing.
Death.
Oh no, that stops the party and starts a new one. But yeah, he's like, oh, Karen.
He's like, hey, Karen, I heard you like the party. Want a party?
Oh, jeez.
Hey, boys, you look at the party? I love the party.
She's like, oh God, Matt, what are you doing here?
I love her friend. This one bugging you. This one on your case too, Karen. Boy, her porn must have been good if the friend's like, oh man, even blind men are like giving you head.
Right? He can still hear.
Oh, true. So yeah, her and her friends separate, and I'm working, Matt. I don't have time for whatever here. There's a lot to be said. I know I was in the hospital. I said Mary's name but yours, but it was typhoid Mary. Like a disease messing with my head.
Convenient.
Mm-hmm. Most of the Marvel universe.
Exactly.
Talking about her cutting her hair. Yeah, I cut it. After you left, we were supposed to be there for each other. Without you, it's so easy to go. Oh. So did she go back to porn for a little bit? I don't know.
That's what they're making it seem like, and now she's raising a hubbub.
Yeah. But those men, they like the...
What do they call that? Pulling a Tracy Lord? Is that too deep of a dive for the kids these days? Probably.
Maybe. Karen was no 16-year-old, though. Yeah.
Okay, Fisk Entertainment Television, gross. Think of a better... I mean, I know you want your name out there, but Rupert Murdoch don't call it Rupert Murdoch Network. I'm just saying. It's sleek, it's catchy, it's three... You know what I mean? Fat? You really want people to call it fat? Okay.
W fat? Yeah. The F word in news.
Exactly.
But yeah, the anchor doesn't want to read the news. Fisk, I'm sure we can come to an understanding.
It's unfit for a journalist of my caliber. He's got your caliber right here, mister.
Whoa. But I just love Maltese. Does Mr. Scott have a family? Indeed, a wife and 12-year-old son. See that the child suffers the temporary loss of his legs?
I'm certain we can come to an understanding.
Yeah, say. Oh, my Lord. Then we see Daredevil eavesdropping back to Ben Urich interviewing Christine Harris.
Don't.
Asking her, if she knows anything about Tombstone. I don't know why this Tombstone came after me. But then the Hand comes for her.
The Hand, not a hand.
Yes, the Hand. Talk to the Hand, yes. And then Matt tracks them to the roof. Shadow Warriors Ninja. Not some mutated reptiles and half shells. The real thing. Oh.
Burn! Like, you guys were created in the same accident. Put some respect on their name.
Hand, Foot Clan, yes. He's thinking about how they destroyed Elektra. They helped to murder her.
Allegedly.
I keep that in mind as they come for me with their sharp, lethal toys.
Like, I'm just going to say the main guy is definitely not a guy I would want to confront in a dark alley. The outfit, the skin.
I think that's a chick.
It's confidence, man. Confidence.
Yes. But yeah, these ninja aren't really technically alive anymore, so like when he defeats them, they basically
disintegrate?
Disintegrate in the smoke and go back to that
back to the Shadowlands.
The fancy dresser who just jumps off the roof. But Matt can still track them to a playground. Where now they're gonna sacrifice Christine Harris.
It's always that damn playground, isn't it?
I know!
It's a mystical portal in New York. It's fine. I'll allow it.
It is a New York playground, though, man. The fence with barbed wire on top of it.
Typical kid's fun in the Big Apple. He nailed it.
But just as he's the issue ends with him jumping in the battle, but he's like, I hear the roar of an unnatural engine.
An infernal engine?
Oh.
Wait, no, that's not the right franchise.
But yeah, the cover of the next one gives it away, $2.95. So Because it is the 90s, so, you know, we had 2 issues with the Punisher, so now we got to have at least an issue with Ghost Rider. Well, like DG said, you know, you had to get some attention. You're not a Spider-Man book. You got to get attention somehow in the 90s.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't begrudge him for it, but I mean, and this doesn't feel as like cash grab. Like, I hate when it feels cash grabby. Like, if it makes sense, I mean, you know, they've done it before, things like that.
It makes sense because, like, the Hand is like doing all this like evil rituals and.
Exactly. It's gonna draw the attention of another mystical force.
Yep. I just love Daredevil leaping in the battle.
Leap, leap.
With a vengeance, or a spirit of, anyway.
I was gonna say, no matter how bad the story is, I love the way Ghost Rider's drawn. Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of epic. It's kind of epic imagery, you know?
Yeah, Lee Weeks did a good job here.
Absolutely.
So, yes, the basic first couple pages are just Daredevil and Ghost Rider dealing with the Hand.
Like, look at him go. He's just making short work of him.
It kicks off some sand and gravel, and some of the ninjas are like, I can't see. Take what comfort you can in your temporary blindness, for my penance stares eternal torment.
Well, you're a good Catholic boy. What do you expect, buddy?
And then he sees them, like, dissolve in the mist. This cannot be. Not when there is vengeance still to met out this night. I'm sorry, I like this Ghost Rider, but, I mean, nobody can monologue and chew the scenery like Zarathos. Come on.
True.
He was such a fancy man. I love Zarathos. Eventually, we'll have to get back to some of those original issues.
I'll allow it.
So some of the Hands stay behind and distract Daredevil and Ghost Riders. The rest get away with Christine Harris. I love this part where Daredevil just like flips the guy over with the seesaw right into the fence because
again it's always with the seesaw. You see it coming. That's all I'm saying.
You see it coming? I did saw that coming. Oh my lord! I love this when the one ninja tries to put those size right in Ghost Rider's eye sockets.
You fool!
Doctor your Hades with you. What do you know of the abyss? Oh lord, and then Ghost Rider. It almost looks like a woman, but Ghost Rider like grabs this last ninja and tries to do the penance there, and then Daredevil gets in the middle of it and gets some images. Basically, the hand breaking off from Hydra because look, the leader of the Hand was all right, this is going to come out wrong. Naked sword fighting with
You're gonna have to make that a drop, Philip. I'm sorry.
Baron von Strucker. What naked sword fighting?
Mm-hmm. It's for the subtext.
And if you are fighting a man naked, wouldn't you kick him in the junk? But Baron von Strucker. Boy, look, he's even fighting with that monocle on his face. Clue.
New York's Night of Terror. We're starting a war, baby. Get it? It all comes full circle. Were you paying attention?
Yep. So with all the ninjas either destroyed or escaped, Ghost Rider gets weak and turns back into Dana Ketch. New York's Night of Terror. Because for some reason, Peter Scott's all of a sudden reading the headlines they want him to read.
His son took a long walk off a short pier and he was real close to sleeping with the fishes, see?
Please explain. His child will be perfectly fine as long as our star anchor man continues to inject the proper degree of sensationalism to maintain the ratings we seek. If not, Mr. Scott is a contract employee. His medical plan extends to his family. Oh my lord, and then I guess Typhoid. Is Typhoid writing headlines for the paper now? Headless bod at topless party?
Well, I think the Daily Post is supposed to be the New York Post. So, if you know anything about the New York Post, they definitely write crappy, trashy headlines like that.
Oh yeah, don't they have like half-naked women in there half the time?
Well, it is page 6. Boom.
Oh. 6.
Above and below. That's okay. I get it. Now I get the church thing.
Above and below.
As above is so below. I got it.
Above and below, dancing, good times. That's what the signs literally say.
There's only one thing you need to know. Look at all these people trussed up.
I know
for sacrifice.
It's funny because they got what, 4 of them hanging there naked, ready to get sacrificed.
Try not to exert yourself, Mr. Sabini.
Oh yes, a gangster working for the Kingpin. Yeah, Sabini. But yeah, he's talking about the head of the hand saying, "You were aware of recent murders in the city at the hands of Tombstone and Taskmaster. It's not random. Each of the dead can be tracked back to one in manner to one of you. We represent certain interests designed to divest themselves of their businesses in Hong Kong when that city passes to the Red Chinese in 1997.
Yeah.
That future year.
Surprised they didn't hold out to 2000, but it is what it is.
I know, that was so weird. Just 1997. It had to have been. So many years from now, and it was the year ended.
Yeah, exactly. But my favorite part, we get Sister Maggie. We haven't seen you in so long, Sister Maggie.
No, we don't. She's away in South America doing the Lord's work.
I know.
Yeah.
But just to mention.
Yeah, the nuns are just like, yeah, she told us to help you any way she can.
It's like, well, I got this poor schmuck for you. Can't take care of him.
Oh, yeah. He brings Danny to the mission, yeah. I love Matt. That's not Mr. Personality dragging you back on your feet. He won't. He only comes out when he's needed. And I have a feeling he knows you're taking care of things. Love Matt. Spirit of vengeance for a day. Great. Oh, my Lord. And then we see... Oh,
you're invited, too.
Yeah, we see Cass again. Yeah, about to get killed by Hand Ninja. Told Daredevil saves him.
If you insist.
Staying clean, Mad Dog. You got it. Except me. You know I won't go near water. Get it?
See the last issue.
But yeah, so he basically got him the information about that nightclub. Stay safe. You know it. Go home and lock my doors. You know it. I mean, don't you watch Fisk TV?
Why did you say that name?
No. So yeah, as the last page is the Hand's about ready to sacrifice their naked victims. There's Daredevil. You want to raise a devil so much? Try me.
Now that's a great page.
I know especially that last panel. Yeah, just him in front of that big window. Yeah.
Next, balancing act.
Yes, our final one today. Daredevil 296. Oh, but what about the cover? Crushed by the Hand.
I like a good pun. It's fine. I'll allow it.
I know. So yeah, so as Daredevil's trying to fight the Hand. Oh look, it's the Chased. Stick's old group. Yes, little Stick. We get it.
I wasn't gonna point it out. You're the one that pointed it out.
And somehow, before the battle began, the Hand put clothes back on their victims.
Magic, bro. Shadow magic.
More like editors, bro. Or the comics code, maybe.
True.
Because this was still a comic code.
We're still a couple years, like a decade away from breaking that, but yeah.
Yes. So we see Daredevil thinking about the different members of the Chased while they're all fighting the Hand. Star, who of course uses throwing stars. Flame, who I guess
I wonder what that person does.
Pulls like Johnny Storm, lighting guys on fire. Wing.
Swing or wing?
Wing. Spear, I'm guessing, because I've never heard the mention of this one. And finally Stone, Mighty Stone, who, stay tuned, we'll get back to him in like 2 episodes of Comic Capers, I believe. Yes. He throws Daredevil's sword. Here, catch it, as Daredevil's cutting down the victims.
Hey, what about me? I got friends, connections.
What about me, see? So yeah, Daredevil's cutting them all down as Stone catches them. Oh, Lord. Yeah, the Hand's losing. And their leader says, yeah, tell him I was worthy of our beast and his. Just gets his head cut off.
Wow. Couldn't show much, but fine.
That isn't Nami, the fancy dresser. But oh look, before she leaves, she knocks down Spear, who Daredevil's like, boy, his heartbeat's calmer than I thought it would be. then isn't Naomi. Walks out of the church, surrounded by cops. Doesn't drop her sword, so she leaps. They open
Rule
fire.
of the Marvel Universe: don't be a cop in New York City.
Well, supposedly they blow her away. Nothing. No one deserves that. Is it over? I think it is. Yeah, right. But yeah, the chase have disappeared. Okay, and now back to Kingpin.
Back to Fisk Entertainment Television.
Sabini, Jimmy the Whale, complaining to Kingpin. He's like, you know what? I pay up my money. I shouldn't get shook down by some ninjas. Their name wants to muscle in, and I gotta get shook down by their Ninja Turtles.
Eastman's like, yes, keep mentioning us.
I know. And Kingpin's barely paying attention. I'm the one that was strung up like something in the meat market, bunch of kung fu clowns. Where do you get off making it's you who got bit on their fat? Ooh. Oh, Mr. Fisk. Oh, Mr. Fisk. I didn't mean it. It's a bad time. Mr. Sabini would seem to be in the mood to let off some hot air, Maltese. Sadly, unlike his namesake, the Whale, Mr. Sabini lacks a blowhole through which to expel that hot. Anything, I swear I'll be good. No. Please, Mr. Sabini. Please help Mr. Sabini remedy that condition. So, yeah. Maltese takes out one of his eyes. Well, does he crush one of his eyes or take it out? But, yeah. Loses an eye.
It's gone. Either way, it's gone.
I love Kingpin's like, yeah. Yeah, Sabini's eye socket's bleeding all over the carpet.
Yeah, he pushed it in, it looks like. Pushed it in, down and out. Scooped it right out.
Pushed it in and out. Scooped it right out.
Subtext alert? I don't know.
Maybe. Then we see Matt on his way to maybe meet with...
Tapping my way downtown.
Going to meet Karen, but he gets stopped by Stone. Basically using Stick's name. It's like, okay, we need your help. Okay, for Stick.
Meanwhile, my hypersenses lose themselves in her.
Well,
yes, Karen, you're chopped liver. Hashtag deal with it.
He got the hypersenses. That's enough for him. Oh my lord! But then they're doing the autopsy on Izanami, who basically jumps up and kills the coroner.
Aww. What a waste! Aww.
Well, it's how you kill you chubby your cholesterol levels with it. That's what you get for fat shaming, kid. So yeah, then we see Daredevil with the chase and talking about the Hand, who basically sneak in to attack them because there's a traitor in their midst. Spear, get it? He wants to be
E2, Brutus. E2.
He wants to be part of the Hand. He wants to be a finger, see? So yeah, the chase, they're getting attacked. They've been holding up in a meatpacking plant. So
meatpacking.
Is that a bone?
Apropos.
Is Daredevil using a? Oh, jeez. Is that a bone Daredevil's using instead of a billy club? Smacks her in the face with that bone.
Not in the face.
See, Lilith claims she hates her drops, but she loves them.
No, I love my drops. I call my drops. I'm like the only person that calls their drops. Not in the face.
I don't know. Ray calls his. Ray calls everyone's drops. He loves calling yours.
Not to sound biased, I do kind of have some of the best drops.
You have the most. I when I was loading this soundboard, yes, you definitely have the most.
Yes. I think the pants come off next. I mean, this fight is pretty buck wild, so.
Yeah, as Naomi, again, is trying to crush Daredevil, just like on the cover.
He's like, I just want to hold you. Shh. Shh. Now, baby, shh.
Because Spear's getting all mad because she's like, I don't need you anymore. I got to be a more mature man. Daredevil, it's you who will receive my gifts. And Spear gets all
He says the Hand demands riper fruit, and I'm like, burn! What a sexist, misogynist thing to say, but burn!
So yes, so Spear gets all mad and tries to kill Daredevil. Yes, Daredevil, you'll serve the beast very well. Now come to Mama.
Yikes.
Not the Mama.
Exactly. Where's the frying pan?
So yeah, so that sticker, somebody yelling, yeah, don't let her near you. And, you know, Matt's trying to tell himself, you know, they're not really alive. So he throws that spear through his Zammy. No, the fallen one's escaping. Come back. I'm nothing without you. Without you. He vaporizes her.
Like something out of a Flash comic book.
Yeah, Stone's like, you did what you did. You can't blame yourself for it. It had to be done. She wasn't even human. That doesn't make it any easier. So then we see, I guess, Matt going home later on the last page, but then just staring up at that Kingpin in that tower. Because I think DG even said this, you know, this was his big pitch. Hesitating, sinking to the necessary level. Wasn't sure if I could rise up again. This time it's real, Kingpin. This time you're coming down. And all that's at risk is my soul. So yeah, so if you didn't know what's going down, yes, in 2 weeks, yeah, we're coming back for Fall of the Kingpin.
I'm excited. Very well crafted.
The Fall of Kingpin, Fall of Typhoid. Guest starring Nick Fury. And a quick one.
And if you're an MCU only fan, not the Nick Fury you're used to.
No, the old one, yes. And a one page cameo appearance by a certain King of the Selfies.
'Cause, you know.
Because it was issue 300. Anyway. Alright, so you ready for Ray's feedback?
Yes! Put the triplet on.
Alright, I'm going to have to pull up his picture first. But yeah, I mean, like I said, a little over 10 minutes, kids. So go get your drinks and your popcorn or whatever, because...
He's got thoughts.
Oh, a lot of thoughts. He's burdened by thoughts this time. Because, you know... Well, again, maybe he got upset that he sent Matt Kona 6 seconds more feedback than you last time. So now he's giving you the big old 10. But yes, so that's right. For those of you who don't know, our friend
at this point, who doesn't know? But
I
sure.
mean, again, Stanley, it's always someone's first.
It could be someone's first podcast. I get it. I got you.
But yes, our friend Ray, podcaster extraordinaire from Australia, host of Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. Oh, he says he puts emphasis on the you know what. And I was like, yeah, I know, I hear you.
I heard him catch himself today when you guys were recording.
I told you, he does it at the beginning of every one of those episodes. To Know Her is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, and you can hear him on this podcast the last Tuesday of every month, talking Scarlet Spider during the Sausage Fest with me and Matt Kona. And, of course, the big one, his baby, Into the Night.
The
Moon Knight podcast. All right.
Don't get it twisted. The Moon Knight.
That's right. So, here, again, lots of big feedback, so let's see what Ray had to say.
Hello, Phil and Lilith. This is Ray.
Hi, Ray.
I have just some feedback I wanted to share with you for your discussions on Daredevil, issues 291 to 296. Now, as prefaced by Phil, I think in the last episode or so, this era of Daredevil is a personal favourite of mine. It was the springboard for me to get into Daredevil, and I just feel the likes of Nocenti and DG Chichester and Lee Weeks and Ron Garney are just a classic run, and really highly enjoyable. So again, there's going to be full marks for these ones, and so I just wanted to raise some points as to why I thought it was really enjoyable. First off, I guess, just trying to put it in context, and these are just some thoughts I had whilst I was reading it. I mean, I think we have to kind of just remember the time that these came out, which was in the early 90s, 91, I think. And so we have the likes of a big artist boom of, you know, the Jim Lee and your Mark Silvestri, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, all that. Eric Larson, who were really the rock stars of Marvel and comic books during that time. I think it's massively underrated, and they were massively underappreciated Ron Garney and Lee Weeks, and just the solid art that both of them do for the Daredevil title. Also, similarly as well, again for the sign for its time, these stories by D.G. Chichester and Nocenti, it just really has a very different tone, and one that I really do like. Compared to a lot of the other ones, again, during the time. Now, we also always have a kind of fun and lively Amazing Spider-Man title, whether it be, Spectacular Web of Spider-Man or Amazing. The X-Men were obviously doing great guns over there, but Daredevil was really paving a way for a more, and I think I mentioned it last time, a bit of a more mature read, and it's a lot more... I guess the tone is a lot more, I don't want to say grounded, but it's kind of like that. It's very, it kind of really takes itself seriously. And not to say that the others don't, but it really does. I mean, again, the likes of the Avengers around this time, they weren't the most popular title. Really, the mutants were making it all. But Daredevil, for me, was one that I kept on coming back and back again and again, just because of the writing, and reading it now, like almost 30 years later, it really does hold up so well. I'd like to also just give big props to Nocenti, and Nocenti does 291, which is a great issue with Bullet. Really, the way that the characters are written, you do get a bit more of a sense of them, rather than the fact that here is just Bullet, as a cameo. And that kind of carries across to 292, 293, 294, and 295, where I think D.G. Chichester really has a great handle with using characters such as Taskmaster, Tombstone, the Punisher, and Ghost Rider. Now, it's no secret that the Punisher and Ghost Rider were very marketable during the 90s. You have them in the comics because of your title was kind of flagging, so you probably need a boost, or B, or actually it's probably just A, isn't it? So I'd hate to think that Daredevil was struggling, but I guess it was easy for those characters to go and, like Spider-Man, to go make cameo appearances. It's just a good way to tie the titular character to the Marvel Universe. And so we get Punisher, we get, and I love it, I'd love it, Taskmaster, but Tombstone, two great villains off against Daredevil and Punisher. And I love this throwdown, Punisher versus Tombstone. We see Punisher almost breaking his elbow, not realizing Tombstone is cold as ice, as hard as marble. I love it. And Taskmaster just replicating everything Daredevil does. This is a great kind of throwdown, and also Daredevil and Punisher going at it against each other was one of the cool battles for me. I think it was one of the first times I saw Daredevil and Punisher face off, and I absolutely loved it. Similarly, Ghost Rider I thought was done very well, written very well. We know Howard Mackie was the major writer for Ghost Rider, but I think D.G. Chichester did a really good job with Ghost Rider, just the way he was used. I love that interaction between the pen and stare of Ghost Rider and one of the hand, and it just kind of like short-circuiting, because the hand is not really like a human person. So that was cool. And then Daredevil kind of breaking that short circuit, but him getting a reveal of Von Strucker and the hand fighting it off, and then talking about the beast. And that kind of takes me to, the hand itself, and this thing about the beast. And I think compared to the likes of the latter runs, I will say the Charles Soule run, which is more recent, which he did reintroduce stuff with the hand, and Shadowland, I think D.G. Chichester does a far superior job with the hand. Again, I might be biased because it was probably one of the first times I had come across the hand, but really, really cool stuff with Izanami. She's a strange, scary character, but we also get Stick's allies, and I love seeing it, like Stone, obviously, but Wing, Flame, what else was there? Star, and then you had Spear, who was, lo and behold, a little bit of a Judas to them all. But really fun stuff. I just enjoyed everything about it. Even the seamless transition between Lee Weeks and Ron Garney on art was really good. Also, I can't not mention the development we see of Kingpin, and I loved seeing his rise or his plan to kind of take over the city and start building up a media kind of empire. The idea of him, how do I sell my newspaper? Well, I've actually got to put in some big stories. What are the big stories? I've got to create these horrible crimes. So it's a really good way of seeing Kingpin and his offsider Maltese at the moment, who's kind of a little bit of a psycho himself. Really great to see the Kingpin, and knowing what comes up in the lead up to Daredevil 300. So the Kingpin is really slowly making his mark, and by the end of this we see Daredevil turning his sights on to the Kingpin. Also, just off the side as well, other supporting characters. It was very touching. I loved it at the end of 291. Just a reunion of Matt and Foggy, because Foggy has been pining for a while about seeing Matt again. So that was very fun and very cool to see wrap up in 291. And Karen Page as well, and the reintroduction of her. She's actually fighting against pornography. We know her past, as per the Frank Miller era. So really fantastic that we got to see that again. And although it's a bit of a bumpy restart with Matt, it's good to see her in the comics anyway. But yeah, overall, I mean, again, giving this an A+. I loved every single one of these issues, and again, it might be a massive bias, but I don't care. This is my rating. So really good. I really enjoyed it. I know Phil will probably enjoy it. I'm interested to know what Lilith would have made of these. I could also imagine as well that this tone is maybe very similar to a lot of detective or Batman comics. I don't know. It just has a particular seriousness to it, but not too serious that it takes itself too serious, if you know what I mean. I think the mix is just right. And again, just to wrap up, I think that the characters that D.G. Chichester use, he has a deft hand in all of them. So very, very well done. Just a little references I picked up. What do you call it? The coroner. Is that right? In the autopsy, Romero. So when Izanami got reanimated and she kind of breaks his neck, I guess a little nod there to Dawn of the Dead, George Romero, about her coming back to life. I thought that was pretty funny. And just also I liked. I wonder if there was a reference with Soltez, the victim to Taskmaster, and I like this character Mad Dog, which Daredevil kind of taunts, but he's kind of like the Crawley. He kind of gives the info for Daredevil, but really good stuff. Anyway, I shall leave it at that. Like I said, I know Phil, you probably love these. I love them too. But yeah, Lilith, I'm hoping you give it a good score. Anyway, I'll listen on. Cheers.
Well, man of many thoughts. But yeah, I mean, I could see. Yeah, I mean, there were some Batman stories probably, which you should read, Ray, that have that, that have that mood. And Lee Weeks has drawn some Batman, so.
Yeah.
And, of course, he had to get the Moon Knight reference in. And so Lilith...
I like this era of Daredevil, so it's grounded. It's like he's really fighting for something. He's trying to get his name. I think you have to ground it after you went to hell. I think that's pretty much was the thing.
Yeah, that's fun for a while, but yeah.
And so it's like very complimentary. It's like, okay, we went way out on this branch. Now we're going to rein it back in and kind of get them back to basics.
Yes.
Gimme.
So do you agree with Ray's A?
Yeah, absolutely. The art flows. There's just enough dialogue and just enough plot and action. Like, it's a very well-paced, well-put-together story, like I said at the beginning. So, no complaints from me here.
Very good. All right, so after I let them know what we do, should we get out of here?
Let's do it.
Because we did go long again, but we had a bunch of issues, and they're good stories. All right, so of course next week will be Wade's World, back to Wade's World, where we can use those naughty drops. Next week, Deadpool Back in Black, that miniseries, that 5-issue miniseries. And then again in 2 weeks, Daredevil 297 through 300, Fall of the Kingpin. And then Deadpool is Circle Chase. And after that, we'll be covering Daredevil Fall from Grace from 319 through 325. And then Deadpool Sins of the Past miniseries. And to finish off the year, Daredevil 345 through 350 by our good friend J.M. DeMatteis. So lots of good
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Lots of good Daredevil and Deadpool coming up for you. Coming up for you. Yes, definitely does. I do set the plan, Jan.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Bubble boo boo.
All right, so are enjoying this content. Be like Ray. Please send us your feedback on anything we do, everything. capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Comic Capers and all of our shows on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can watch this video. Links to the Patreon, links to merch. Oh, I should put a link up to our new GoFundMe for us to buy DC Comics. Hey, do you have an extra $4 billion sitting around? Help us buy DC Comics. We'll put your name in the books. Anyway, so yes, links to everything all in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio. Listen, I think last time, didn't we say, listen like Matt Murdock, get yourself some Tweaked Audio headphones. And also be like Matt Murdock and hunt a killer.
Michelle Gray needs your help, guys. It's still a pandemic. We still shouldn't be going out. So if you want an escape room in a box, definitely check it out.
And use the code Southgate for both of those for a discount. And go pick up Pod Life the book. Now in digital and paperback. Audio version is coming for Volume 1. And Volume 2 coming soon. So yes, go pick that up on Amazon. And when you do, use the code for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the Southgate Media Group Network, and that evil man in the shadows, Rob, Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. You're weak sauce. Mark my words.
Lilith Hellfire.
If you nerds want to hang out with me on Twitter, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. I'm on Instagram with the cool kids of your hip grandparents at Lilith Hellfire 86 for personal life updates. And of course for the memes at Lilith Hellfire 69. And speaking of memes, if you're on TikTok, be sure to follow me and I will give a follow back at Lilith Hellfire 69. Somebody save me. Pull yourself up and slip into it.
The social medias.
Smash it. Nobody told Rob. Smash it.
Smash that like.
Smash that like button, bro. Smash it.
That's right. All right, everyone. Again, thank you for joining us. Remember, next week, Deadpool Back in Black. Follow the music by all. You want to be under there when you fall. Thank you, Ray. Hey, everyone, send me feedback. You and Ray.
I'm not a fancy man.
Yeah. Good narrative. Deadpool and Daredevil stories coming out. Wait till you see them. That's planned for 2020. Get back to what you do in 2021. I know it's not Spider-Man, but until then, swing on back. Just don't look where you're going.